Welcome to Milwaukee. The Raptors getting set to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. But first, Sherm, we need to look back at Monday night as Toronto dropped the last game in their 7-game homestand to fall to 5-2 against the Chicago Bulls. I think people could have taken a 5-2 if one of the 5 wins was against Chicago, particularly the way Chicago has manhandled the Raptors over the last couple seasons. Now 9 straight wins for the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls did a great job really controlling the game through 3 quarters and dominating and really asserting their physicality on the game. And the Raptors got a bit of freedom in that 4th quarter, but it wasn't enough. The Bulls did a great job defensively to close out the game. But we knew that going into the game, Chicago was that kind of team. And the Raptors have to grow. They have to figure out how to beat that type of physicality and understand how to execute offensively, especially down the stretch, to really get the job done, because we're seeing teams start to play a bit more physical basketball against them, especially against DeMar, and that's creating some issues. They've got to overcome it. They've got to get mentally stronger, and they got to physically play through that kind of defense.
Well, and they have to physically play their own defense, too. We saw it slip against the Bulls, allowing them to shoot almost 50%. Raptors now a sub-500 team this year, 15-16, when the opponent is above 45%. So they've got to figure out their defense as well, too, Sherman.
Well, absolutely. And you think about the defense and how it grew against Atlanta and Miami going into that Chicago game. You thought they were trending in the right direction. Chicago comes in and basically for the first 3 quarters shoots over 51%, and all of a sudden now they're in a situation where the 4th quarter they're trying to stop the bleeding. Well, you give them confidence through 3 quarters, it's tough to shut them down in that 4th.
All right, Sherm, let's talk about a team that the Raptors will face in Milwaukee, a team that the Raptors have had some pretty good success against, but this Milwaukee team starting to come on. Jared Bayless playing well. And Giannis Antetokounmpo it's like a triple-double every other game, 4 in his last 11. He's just throwing up there like manhole covers.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, and we knew this was going to come. I mean, his talent, his skill set, his length, and I like the way that Jason Kidd has allowed him to play the point guard position and handle the ball sometimes. He's a phenomenal talent, and the things that he can do, the multi-positions that he can play, the Raptors are really going to have to be engaged in this process, because this is a young team that is not going to be in the playoffs, but they want to play the spoiler at this point of the season. So the Raptors have to step up and really have a good bounce-back game based on what happened with Chicago.
All right, Raptors 6-6 on the first night of back-to-back, 6-5 on the second. You can see the game on TSN at 8 o'clock and hear it on Sportsnet 590. The Fan will have the latest update on Jonas Valanciunas, who left Monday's game with a left hand contusion. A game time decision. We'll update you then.